I made a DIY comic and let's take a closer look at it. Hi, my name is Alvaro Cortez Jr., aka Lance Danger, and Coffee B asked me in a comment on the previous DIY video if it was possible to actually do a top down look at the comic with a different camera. And you ask, I will definitely serve. I'll definitely do what I can. I have a new setup here, so hopefully it'll be good to capture how the actual comic looks like. All right, guys, so here we are with the Danger Cam. And let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Fred Peterson, The Mighty Warlord Book 1 prologue. This is the DIY of the Truthful Comics edition. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This was like one of the early test comics I did. Here you go. As you can see, the quality of the cover is pretty good, actually. Once again, I printed this at home with the Workforce printer. I don't recall which one it is. I'll probably write it in a note later on. 7840 or 71 something. Anyway, as you can see, this is the interior. Again, this was a test. This was one of the test copies, so I didn't crop it out properly, the cover, which is why I didn't take it for sale. I would show you one of the ones that I took for sale, but I think they actually sold out. I have to check if there was any copy left. And the paper quality is so good, guys. And again, that was a little bit of a mishap with the cutter. I think I did this with the previous paper cutter I had. It was very low quality, that paper cutter, so I invested in an actual a little more of a professional machete, guillotine paper cutter, actually is what they're called. I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you guys, but as you can see, it's the quality of the colors and the printouts is no real different than any other comic, to be honest, except that, of course, this is the test print, one of the test prints. Look at, I don't know if you can appreciate the detail too much. I think you can to an extent. Look at those clouds in the background. It's so subtle against that the characters in the foreground. I just love how it looks, art notwithstanding. I'm not saying that it's great art, but it's pretty damn capable, if I do say so myself. Let's see. This is actually one of my favorite panels that I've probably ever done. This one too, actually. Cheryl, the redheaded character. There you go. And again, this is a test print, so it didn't staple correctly. I will see if I do the magic of editing. I'll see if I have a more proper I should have one still lying around that I had kept just for keeping it for myself. This is probably my favorite page in the entire comic. I really like this page as well. If you hear a big meowing, that's editor-in-chief Hunter Jr. confirming that I should look for another copy that's closely resembles the ones that I sold at Free Comic Book Day. Over the years, I've had a lot of people ask me about the Funny Bunny keychain that Funny Bone, this character, holds near and dear. I have been asked about Funny Bone merch. Well, well, by the well, in about a couple of weeks, it is, or like actually a few days, it's actually going to be the Fred Peterson, the Mighty Warlord 18th anniversary of the debut of the webcomic. So I'd keep an eye out for some announcements. Check me out on all my socials. It's pretty much at Lance Danger. Again, just the colors and the texture of the paper. Like this looks like a comic that, like in my humble opinion, it looks like any other comic that could be sold in a comic book shop. And again, since this was an advanced copy that I sold at Free Comic Book Day, there are some stuff that aren't fully fleshed out yet. Like this section right here is going to be filled with comments. It actually already is. I already have the files ready and on the verge of sending them out to the printers. But that's a look at the test print. Let me see real quick, again, through the magic of editing, if I can actually find a more proper version that's more close to the finished copy that I sold at Free Comic Book Day. Eureka, guys! I did actually manage to get a hand on one of the copies that was sold at Anyone Comics and Free Comic Book Day. We can just have like a small comparison of how the test copy came out compared to the one that was sold. As you can see here, none of the text was cut out like in the test run. Nice and complete. And again, like there wasn't a mishap with the stapling, the saddle stitch as it is called. I'll get more into the technical terms. As you can see, the staple there is misstapled, if that's a word, but here it's nice and smooth. You can't even really tell where the staple is. None of the pages are hanging loose. Everything was trimmed much better. As you can see, the staples are correctly aligned, and this is how you would want your comic to look like more when you're going to actually sell it. So yeah, thank you so much for the suggesting to do a top-down look at the actual comic. Again, I don't show the whole thing because I don't want to do spoilers. And if you guys want to see a more proper step-by-step of how I made this comic, that is going to be coming soon as well. You should look out for it during this month that I'm going to be doing Vita 2024 Part 2. And it is also the celebration anniversary month of Fred Peterson, the Mighty Warlord. So expect some of the content to be revolving around that as well. So that is going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you guys have questions or more recommendations, you can go ahead and leave those in the comment below. Also, if you're feeling thirsty and want to keep hydrated, I will be putting a link for a 10% discount on Dubby Energy Drink as well, who are so kind to sponsor this channel. Thank you so much, and I will catch you guys next time.